It's a little cool out here.
Yeah, it's still pretty deep for little dogs.
Yeah. Well, hey, welcome to Shellcast, the podcast that's a beach break for your ears. Listen along as we discover the best of Southwest Florida. We're located along the Gulf Coast about 2 hours south of Tampa in Lee County, Florida. Good morning. My name is Jackie Parker, and I'm the host of Shellcast, and we are here today at Dog Beach in Bonita Springs, and our guest today is Chris Williams, and he is the supervisor of the parks down here in Bonita Springs. Tell me if I get your title wrong.
You're correct. Supervisor for Bonita Beach Park and down to Dog Beach.
Yeah, and thank you for coming out this morning, and we're going to check out the Dog Beach and see what it's all about.
Great. That sounds good.
Right now, the tide is in, so...
Yes. This time of day, the tide is in. We have a tidal chart out on the front where people can look and see when the high tide and low tides are. And unfortunately, right now, the tide is in, so we're walking through water to get out to the beach.
But it's a pretty good morning. I don't know, it's not too deep. I mean, we've got our wet shoes on and everything, so that's good.
Yeah, you can get through. The small dogs you might have to carry, but the bigger dogs just automatically know where to go, and they're already gone. They go straight out to the beach.
The great thing about this beach is that it's off-leash.
That is correct. I believe it's the only off-leash beach in Lee County where you can get your dog out to the beach. We kind of want you to keep it on leash till you get out of the parking area, because there is a road close by. So once you get out to the beach area, you can turn your dog loose and he can run. We do ask that you stay in command area to him, where voice command, but they can play, and you can play catch with them, throw balls, and they have a great time out here.
Okay, the tide is about up to my knees now.
Yeah, it is. I think it won't get any worse than it is right now, but it is up to our knees.
And for those of you that want to know where Dog Beach is located at 14436 Bonita Beach Causeway in Bonita Springs, just south of Fort Myers Beach. And it is a beautiful place. It's been open here since 2001, so it's about 20 years old. And there's a dog out here this morning. You got the beach to yourself this morning. We're doing a podcast. On Dog Beach. Hey, good morning, Pop. What's your name?
Rick Gilbert.
Rick Gilbert, where are you from?
I'm here, Bonita Springs.
Okay, who's
And that's
this?
Sophie. She's in charge. This is her beach.
All right.
She does this every morning.
So you come up here every morning?
Every morning at 6.
Yeah?
It's spectacular.
Oh, I bet.
But don't tell them.
No, okay.
Please don't tell them. If you tell them, they will all come.
What kind of dog is Sophie?
Sophie could be anything you want her to be, but I think she's a rat terrier and a whippet.
Okay. She's maybe, 25 pounds?
41.
41? I'm way off.
That's all right.
Well, what is she looking for?
She's looking for bait to help me when I go fishing.
Wow, what a good team you are.
Oh, yeah. We're connected at the hip.
How old is Sophie?
She's 8.
Wow. Boy, she is very much on the job, looking in the water.
Oh,
You
yes.
are. Hi, Soph. How are you? Good morning, Pup.
Good girl.
Good morning.
Don't
That's
you?
all
You know
right.
better than that.
That's all right. Yeah.
This is a wonderful beach, though. It's magic.
So, it's a podcast, so there's not a whole lot of visual with it. But how would you describe Dog Beach to people, to listeners?
I would say it's a wonderful place to run your dog. If you come in the morning, hopefully they won't, that it's generally pretty easy. There's not a lot of dogs.
Yeah.
After 8 o'clock, you get more dogs. On the weekends, a lot of dogs. There'll be 150 dogs over here and 40 or 50 on the other island.
On the website, there is a guide to being a responsible owner, and the link to the Do Your Duty at fertilizesmart.com, and it has information about pet waste and just being responsible.
It does. This is a non-manned beach, so we don't have anybody in here that is full-time. We do come by the beach 3 or 4 times a day to check. But as you see, it's kind of hard to get out here because of the tides.
Yeah.
So we keep it cleaned up through the parking lot, and then usually we have a cleanup here at least once a month. We try to do it every 2 weeks, but we'll have the college or somebody that wants to get hours for time, and they'll come out and they'll do a beach cleanup. I think it was Pat and Mary Vincent that started this beach, like I say, 2001. And when they were out here pretty much every day, they kept track of everything. Now back then, the beach was twice as big. And it's not really a beach. It's an inlet off of New Pass. So there's currents, and over the years and the storms that happened, I think half the beach has been taken away by erosion. So it's a small area when it's high tide. As you can see, there's not a whole lot of room to put anything. Later on today, there'll be all sand out here. The sandbar will come up, and there'll be a lot more dogs. And what we do like people to read the signs when they come in that states, this is your beach, and we ask that you clean up after yourself. And most of the time it's good. There's always going to be a couple things that happen, but I think most of the people are pretty much aware of that, and they clean up after themselves.
Hey, good morning.
There's a pup.
Oh, she wants to get bitten.
Yeah. How are ya? Hi there. Good morning. Who is this? What is this?
The mosquitoes.
Oh, I know. What's your dog's name?
Emma.
Emma. Hi, Emma. Emma, how are ya? Yeah. Good morning. Emma looks to be a brown lab, or maybe a mix.
Yeah, it's a brown lab.
A brown lab.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Dog, yes.
Beautiful.
She's got diabetes and she doesn't have eyes. But she's good.
Well, that's what I thought.
Yeah. But she swims and everything. When I had her, she was really tiny and malnourished. She wasn't being taken care of. But now she's good.
Yeah. My name's Jackie. We're doing a podcast. It's called Shellcast, and we're featuring Dog Beach, and we do the podcast to sort of give people an idea of things to do in Lee County, and just to promote tourism. And so many people travel with their dogs, and that this is such a cool.
And this is cool on the weekends. Like boats and jet skis come over here and hang out, and it's just really nice. On the weekends it's busier, but I haven't seen any mean dogs, so that's good.
Yeah. And what's your name?
My name is Danielle.
Danielle, and your last name?
Poe. P-O-E.
Okay.
Yeah. We stayed here for a month for work. So.
Okay.
But we have family over here, so that's why we know of this location.
And how often do you get Emma over here?
Every day.
Every
Since
day?
I've been here, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Unless it's like pouring or I don't know, something, but usually she comes here daily.
Well, all she needs is a nose, really, to get around.
Yeah, she's good.
What would you tell people about Dog Beach?
It's nice, it's quiet, it's relaxed. Even when it's like busy, it's not like nobody's crazy or anything. It's calm, even if it's packed. So I like that. And it's clean. You don't really see that. I don't see trash or really anywhere, so that's nice. But that's about it.
And
I like it.
Yeah.
I like that there's a sandbar right here. Like when you go to the regular beach, it's a little calmer over here too, compared to, what is it, Naples Beach right there? Down the street. The water seems a little bit calmer, but I can't tell you why, but it does.
Yeah. I guess maybe because it's more of an inlet.
Yeah. So it's calmer, and even for kids and stuff, it's nice because we took 2 babies here last week, and they were able to sit in the sandbar and run around.
That's what's neat when I've been here with my dog, that you can come out and people are on the boats and it's shallow and it's very social and
everybody's friendly to dogs, but even people that come here don't necessarily have a dog.
Well, I want to get a couple of pictures of you and Emma.
No problem. Emma girl, come here.
Oh, what a sweetheart.
Come here. Oh. Should I bend?
Hey, what is just sort of a best guesstimate on the size of Dog Beach? Like how, the acreage or...
A little over 5 acres.
Okay.
Yep. And then we have Lover's Key, which is an island across the canal here. And that's on the south end is a private island that boaters come every day. They have a big pontoon boat that drops people off there. They have a private island. I think it's something to do with Bonita Bay or one of the big private clubs.
And look how far out they are. And they're still, it's still
That's
shallow.
a sandbar.
Yeah.
And at low tide, that will be completely up. You will be walking on the sand. You would see the sand. Right now it's underwater, but it's only about 2 feet, 3 feet deep, and it comes all the way up. And so you'll have a beach out where she's at. Unfortunately, it doesn't last that long in the tide with the tides.
But just but later today, more around like noon, 2 o'clock, it'll be there.
Today is a low tide at, I believe it's 12:50. Yeah.
Is there any way to keep track of how many people, how many dogs use Dog Beach? Just with more and more, the trend is people traveling with their pets.
What we do is we do a monthly units of service, and the only way we can really keep track of that is doing it by vehicles. So we count the vehicles here every day, and then at the end of the month we'll have a total that we add up and kind of get a guess on how many patrons and animals are used the beach, and we keep that track every month. And it is really busy on weekends, as she spoke. And the mornings, if you want to be kind of alone, is the best time, because anytime after noon, it starts getting a little busy.
It picks up, yeah. And and people come here. They not only drive here, but they boat here with their dogs.
It looks like a boat show out here in the weekends. There's that many boats. It really is.
And can we talk about beach safety and your dogs when you come out here? It is off leash, and we talked a little bit about this earlier, but just to emphasize that it's your dog. Your dog's behavior.
Absolutely. We actually promote that the owners need to keep control of their animal. Whether if they keep it off leash, then they have to have verbal command. It happens a lot of times when the boaters come out here and they have dogs also, but they'll be having a good time, but their dog gets 100, 200 yards away from them. Well, there's so many dogs and there might be a confrontation, but we need that person to be in the area where the dog is, so it can either break something up or command the dog to get away. And there again, that's how it goes back to it's to do with the patrons are responsible for their animals out here. The way this park is built, the beach is built, we can't maintain it. We just can't come out here because the water's 2 feet deep a lot of the times. So we come to the parking lot, make sure that they have plenty of doggy bags, the trash cans are empty, the portalets, we do have portalets. We don't have restrooms, but we have portalets that are cleaned twice a week. We have a doggy shower. And so the dogs can take a shower before they get in their cars. And we kind of patrol the parking lot to make sure that no dogs are off leash while they're in the parking lot, because it's very dangerous, because there's a pretty busy road. They're saying there's a pretty busy road out there, so we ask that you wait till you get into the beach area to let your dog off leash. And there are signs that state that. And
why is it important to give your dog a little rinse off?
This is salt water. You want to get that. It can dry the skin out on the dog. You want it, but we don't allow shampooing. So if you can just get the salt water off the dog, it's just like a human. When you get out of the beach, you take a shower and get that water off of you, and you're fine until you get home, and then you can clean up there. But the showers for the dogs, you get out of their eyes, out of their get all the salt off of them. And a lot of them roll around in the sand too, so they get all the sand off of them. It's quite a mess.
So if you're bringing your dog to the beach, bring your wet shoes. There's doggy bags here, but have some. just in case, have your leash.
And I would also really stress bring water, like a bowl with water in it. Once you get out here, there is no fresh water out here. We do have the water up front, but most people will bring a bowl with whatever they're going to bring out here for themselves, and bring plenty of water for not only yourself but for your dog.
Because it's not a good idea for pups to
drink
salt water.
Oh, no. It actually dehydrates them worse. So plenty of water. And we don't ask that they bring food, because that's just going to cause other dogs to come up to them. So
exactly.
It's not really a picnic area.
Right. It's because most people stay, I would say probably 45 minutes, an hour maybe.
Pretty, yeah, most of them. We do, you get some kind of a sunset crowd, and they might stay longer, or the boats that dock, because they have facilities and they get in the shade there, so they may stay for a couple hours. But it's not like the regular beach where it's an all day. It's come and go.
And I'm going to mention that there are some fenced dog parks in Lee County which also allow off-leash play. And they are Barkingham Dog Park at Buckingham Community Park in Fort Myers, the Canine Corral at Estero Park and Recreation Center in Estero, Pooch Park at Judd Park in North Fort Myers, Paws for Duty at Veterans Park and Recreation Center in Lehigh Acres, and Woofahatchee Dog Park at the Waxahachie Park and Recreation Center in Fort Myers. And then there's also like a whole host of dog-friendly parks that allow on-leash walking. And you can visit legov.com/parks/dog parks for more information, because there's so many places that you can take your dog, just with you, on your leash, and it's important to follow those guidelines.
Absolutely. And I would, if there's a phone number, to maybe call, because some of the beaches, you're okay with leashes. Like Fort Myers Beach, there's areas where you can walk your dog on the leash, but then there are other areas where they don't allow it. So if there's a number to call, just to make sure you don't get into a situation where you're at a park that doesn't allow it. Other than that, the dog parks that allow off-leash, I think they designate by how big the dog is too.
Right.
We can't do that out here. So there are 20-pound dogs and there's 80-pound dogs, and they're mixed together. But the other dog parks, if you're a smaller dog, you're in one section. If you're a bigger dog, you're in another section. So it kind of keeps that separation. Out here, I've seen, Chihuahuas, and I've seen Great Danes out here. So it's kind of like, that's why we really need to keep an eye on, on things and make sure nothing gets out of hand.
And it really is, it's a beach for dogs.
Absolutely.
So it's, bring your dogs out, let them have fun, and keep an eye, but just let the dogs enjoy themselves out here.
The dogs enjoy themselves immensely, and that's what we want. And as long as their owners are in the area, we usually have no problems. And really, there's nowhere else in Lee County that you're able to do this. We get a lot of on Yelp and TripAdvisor, and I go on that and just to keep up with what people are saying. And I would say, 9 out of the 10 having a great time.
Who you got there? What's your dog's name?
This is Piper.
Hi,
Yes.
Piper. And what kind of dog is Piper?
She's a lab mix, black lab mix.
And what's your name?
My name is Stacy.
Stacy. Hi, Stacy. And are you from around here?
We are actually from Texas, outside of Dallas, and we're here visiting my parents who have a vacation home here in Bonita Springs.
Oh, that's great. And so we've got Stacy, your kids.
3 boys.
3 boys?
Yeah, Ian, Toby, and Wyatt.
Nice. And your dad?
Dad, Robert.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So Shellcast is a podcast that promotes tourism in Lee County through the beaches of Fort Myers and Sanibel. Is this the first time you've been out here, or are you a regular visitor?
This is our first time here, our first time to this area, and we've had our dog for about a year, and she has been next to a lake, but never actually in the water before, and she is having a blast.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
Have you been here before?
No, first time for me too.
Really? And where do you
West Terry Street in Bonita Springs.
In Bonita Springs. Okay, so this is close.
Yeah, it
This is close. Very good.
Yeah, I didn't know that there was a special park just for dogs, but it's a great opportunity for the family.
Oh,
Some of our grandkids are early risers, so this was perfect time for them.
Nice.
Yeah, the only disadvantage, I guess, is near the beach there's still some mosquitoes this morning, but I'm sure that'll straighten up as the day goes on.
At the end of the open road, some things are better experienced than explained. Know the feeling on the beaches of Fort Myers and Sanibel.
My name's Bob Ducharme.
Nice to meet you.
I actually live in Michigan. I'm from Coldwater, Michigan.
Okay.
I've been by here, but I've never been here. I flew in yesterday from Indianapolis to see my son, who's a Navy recruiter in Naples. But this is his new dog right here. And so he's only had him since Saturday.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and so he's a little scared of the water, quite honestly. So this is an experience for him, but I knew this was here because I came down and stayed in Bonita with my buddy this winter in February, and we've seen the doggy beach.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's really great. And this is like the deepest part right here, and then it'll be a trail.
It shallows up.
It shallows up, and the tide will go out.
He's
It's going
a
out.
little nervous right
I know.
now.
What's your name?
That's Jack, Black Jack.
Oh, wow. He's
Yeah.
a pretty dog. What kind of dog is Jack?
I don't know what he is, to tell you the truth. I think he's got a little shepherd in him, but
He's got some big ears.
yes, he does, and he's a lover. He wants attention, and I forgot to bring treats with me today,
Oh.
too, so.
Well, that's all right. Just as sort of a shakedown visit. There's 3 little dogs that just got there, and there is a black lab, a Piper, that's out
Okay.
there right now. And it's Piper's first time there
Oh,
also.
cool.
And so is Jack good off leash, or are you going to keep him on leash?
I'm going to keep him on leash because
think
I
it's a good
don't know him
Yeah.
very well at all.
Yeah.
My son doesn't know him.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't know he's afraid of water because we had him out by the pool at his house. He'd run around the pool, but he wouldn't come to the water, but he liked you to splash the water at him. So.
Well, here, let me get a picture of you guys.
That's fine. Today's my birthday, too.
Well, happy birthday, Bob.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's my kids bought me a plane ticket down here to see my other son.
Have fun, Jack. You're going to do great. You're going to do great, buddy. You sure are. You're going to do great. Yeah.
All right, come on, Jack. Let's go.
Go ahead, buddy.
It's okay. Come on.
Well, I want to thank you for your time, Chris. This has been an education, and I hope people take advantage of when they come down to visit the beaches of Fort Myers and Sanibel, that they bring their dog and hang out at Dog Beach and spend some time. It's tail wagging good time kind of
great.
thing. We really appreciate all you do to keep this park going, and it's such a unique spot here in Lee County.
Well, thank you for those kind words, and it was a pleasure working with you, Jackie, and I hope the beach will keep going like it is now, and it's full, and most people are having a great time. I think more people that are moving here, I'm getting calls every day about where can I bring my dog. I heard about this dog beach, and so I think it's going to just keep getting populated, what I think. So.
I think so. That will do it for this episode of Shellcast. The podcast of the beaches of Fort Myers and Sanibel is produced by the Lee County Visitor and Convention Bureau in Fort Myers, Florida. Thanks to our colleague, Courtney Herschel, for the theme music. And Shellcast is available wherever fine podcasts are downloaded, like Pandora or Spotify or Apple Podcasts, and at fortmyers-sanibel.com. You can follow Shellcast on Instagram. If you have any questions or a suggestion for an episode of Shellcast, email us at shellcastthepodcast@gmail.com. Once again, thank you for listening to Shellcast. My name's Jackie Parker, and we will catch you again next time.
Consider this your soundtrack to a drive, and your car the escape vehicle to the kind of place that feels worlds away, but is closer than you think. Because at the end of the open road, some things are better experienced than explained. Know the feeling on the beaches of Fort Myers and Sanibel.